We're on the line now with one of Bob Russ Senior's best friends, Ray Zarnick. And Ray, a very bad week for us in the softball community, that's for sure, isn't it?
Oh, God, George, it was, just taken aback when I heard, he just came out to visit us on Tuesday. He brought his youngest son, Mark, out, and they bought their 60th car, and in the Russ family, and we were just, we had lunch, and we were talking about it, and I go, man, we go back to all the history, and, when we first met, and it was way back at Norwood Park Dodge in the 80s with Eggs and him were involved at the softball team. I think it was Prime Time or one of the teams, and we just had a great talk, and like always, we spent a couple hours, and boy, when you hear the next, 2 days later, it's just, wow, tragic.
Well, again, we're on the internet and people are watching us worldwide. I just want to re-say this. Ray Zarnick on the line with me is the president of a large auto dealership in Chicago, for you folks listening out of town, Napleton. And he just said something that to me gave me chills. His friend, the one and only, the great Bob Russ Senior, okay, who passed away on December 1st, has made deals with this gentleman of 60 cars for his field. What friend? That is the greatest friendship I've ever heard, where one family buys 60 cars. The loyalty in this man's blood goes beyond anything I've ever known. I'm just speechless about what a great man he is.
George, it's just, that's what we were laughing about on Tuesday. Just Tuesday, we were laughing about how him and Eggs got together, and, they went from, they hated each other on the softball fields when they played against each other, but when they became on the same team, it was just, they just built such a heck of a winning team that it was just, the atmosphere and the attitudes they have is just, and they have him as a friend. I learned so much from him because just the stories and the way he approaches life and the way, he did his softball and ran it. And, I picked up a lot. I picked everything up from him and Eggs. He was just like a mentor for me. It was just, tell it like it is. Don't BS anybody, and, be straight up, and people appreciate that. And, they might not like you, but, hey, they got to respect you for it.
Not only that, it goes way back to when I knew him years ago on the Stooges. He was a Vietnam veteran. A lot of people don't talk about that. He went through some rough times in Vietnam. This is like one of the most pure, beautiful human beings you'll ever meet. And I'm going to talk later to other people, but this is just, it's so hard to accept. It's just very, very difficult for everybody in the softball community.
Oh, yeah, we had so many ties. He tied us, myself, and and a whole bunch of my friends. He tied us all together with so many people.
That's right, yeah.
You mentioned Bob Russ, and everybody knew him. And that's what was great about it. It just brings so many people together, and I can just see the services are going to be just with his kids, and my God, he brought up all these kids, and the kids are great kids, and they turn out to be awesome individuals, and great softball players also, but just good people, and that's what's hard to find, Bob. It's just very good, pure bred people that you can talk to, and they're loyal, and they believe in you, and they're dedicated, and that's very hard to find today.
It's so true. Well, Ray Zarnick, thank you for coming on the line with us. We will see you down the line. God bless. Your brother, Egg Zarnick, one of the most famous, and our now dearly departed friend, Bob Russ Senior. Thanks for the interview. We'll see you soon, my friend.
Thanks, George. I appreciate it.
Bob Russ Senior's very, very close friend, Pat Caputo. Pat, you met Senior in 1979, and it was the beginning of a long relationship. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, George. We started playing against each other back in about 1979, and we were on different teams. He was on the team called the Rogues, was a very good team, and I was playing at that time with a team called the Pirates. And we met, and at the end of the year, we sat down and we talked, and we actually combined teams for a few years, and ended up playing together in 2 leagues, a few tournaments, and it was a great relationship for many, many years.
And I think most people that have followed me in the softball hotline knew the great ice team. Tell us a bit about the ice team with Bobby, Randy, yourself, Ron Matriciano. Just one unbelievable team.
Well, after the Pirate era was gone, Bobby went on to play with a real good team called Otto's, who had won a couple of Forest Park tournaments, and I went on to play with just some neighborhood teams, and then ended up playing on the Stooges team with Michael Spadali and Jimmy Spadali, and Bobby came along with me with his two sons, Bobby Jr. and Randy, and that's where we really became a family. Bobby hung on with us and helped coach a little bit, and after a couple of years, we formed a team called Ice, and Bobby was a big part of that. Bobby Senior was a big part of that, and Randy and Bobby Jr. also came along, and from there on, we just kept moving up, and Senior stayed with me until 1993. Randy had left me with the Ice team and left and went to play with Splinters, and Bobby Jr. left me in 1992 and went to play with Lettuce, and Senior actually stayed with me another year with Ice until he was asked to coach the great Splinters team.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Wow, that's interesting information. You guys are very, very close. And for folks listening on the broadcast here, Bob Russ Senior, sad news, is passed on December 1st. Pat, people probably don't know you folks worked together in Bellwood on an everyday basis for a number of years.
Yeah, George. Not only did I was affiliated with him with softball for over 30 years. I mean, we knew each other for almost 40 years, and we worked together at the Village of Bellwood for 23 years. And then Bobby ended up retiring, and then I ended up retiring, and we actually had lunch Thursday together, which was great.
Wow.
And he was fine, and he's had some health issues, and he'll be missed.
I know. When I think about this in a respectful way, you would be with him at 7 a.m. all the way till midnight.
Oh yeah.
You'd work all day, go to Forest Park, play a game, maybe play a doubleheader, get right up.
George, everybody knows how he was. He was the same at work. He acted the exact same way.
Oh my!
So it wasn't a show. That was his style, and it was a good style.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Well, Pat, thanks for coming on, and we will see you. This is a bad year for us in softball. This is one of the greatest neighborhood legends of all time, and of course, his two sons, my friends Bobby and Randy Russ. And Pat, thank you for coming on, and let's hope we don't have any other bad news this year.